everybody, welcome to Country Girl with Kathy Jarvis. And today I am freezing my turnips. Now turnips are usually a cold weather crop, so they'll usually be ready to harvest about now, and then you can be planting again for the fall. But I'm going to freeze the ones that I planted this spring. And these are my turnips. Now, one good thing about turnips is that they can be easily frozen. You need to blanch them. You can either steam blanch them or water bath blanch them. Water bath is what I prefer. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cling them. I've got 3 different ways that you can freeze the turnips. But the first step on all of them is to cling them good. So we'll wash them underneath the running water and get them ready to be frozen. Wash them and then we'll peel them. Okay, we wash our turnip. And then you take a knife, cut the root edge off. I usually don't cut the top off until after I get them peeled. That way it gives me something to hold on to. And just peel it with a vegetable peeler. And I definitely need to buy a new one. If your peeler doesn't work really well, you can always go to the knife. Just want to peel that outer edge off. Cut the top off. Now, depending upon how big of a turnip you have, you can slice them, dice them, or leave them whole. I usually cut them into 1/2 inch pieces. Right now we're just gonna get them ready, put them in a bowl, and continue that with all your turnips, and then we'll go to the next step. Okay, there's 3 different ways that I usually prepare the turnips for freezing. I really prefer this first method the most because it's more versatile. I can throw these blanched turnips into soups, into stews. I can also throw them into pot roast, or I can even take them out and smash them to make smashed turnips. So there's a lot more versatility in this method. And to do that, just like the other ones, you peel them, you wash them, you peel them, you cut them up into your 1/2 inch cubes. You get a pot of water boiling. You want it to boil quickly, rapidly. And once that happens, you will take about 1 pound of turnips and drop them into the water. You don't want to put too many in. You don't want to overcrowd it. And you can save this water for other batches, so you don't have to feel like you are in a hurry and you have to get it all into one batch. Just be careful when you put it in that it doesn't splash back on you, because that is super hot water. Leave this come back to a good boil. And once that happens, you time it for 2 minutes. When your 2 minutes are up, take them, lift them out of the water, leave it drain. You definitely don't want that hot water dripping on your feet. And then bring it over and set it into an ice bath. And leave it set in the ice bath until it cools down. Leave them in there for about 2 minutes and then drain them and then put them on a cookie sheet and put that into the freezer for about 2 hours for them to freeze, and then you can put them into the freezing bags and vacuum seal them. So that's the preferred method that I prefer. Now the second method is to leave them in this boiling water and cook them just like you would mashed potatoes. You would leave them in the water for about 25 minutes until they are fork tender. Then drain them and then smash them up. So you would smash these as if they were potatoes and then put them in the freezer container. You would leave about a 1/2 inch space on the top of your bag for them to expand. And make sure you label them. Some people actually put them in individual scoops as individual servings so they can just pull them out. So that's the second way, but I'm not going to do that because, like I said, this first method is so simple. If I want to have smashed turnips, all I have to do is take these out of the freezer, throw them in some boiling water for 25 minutes, and then smash them. So it gives me more versatility with the first method. Now, the third method, which is also a method I like, is to set your oven to 425 degrees. Wash and peel your potatoes, put them again into 1/2 cubes, and then put them in a bowl and toss them with some olive oil and salt. About a teaspoon of oil and about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then spread them back on the cookie sheet. Sometimes I will put herbs into this also. Rosemary is really good. Thyme is really good. Oregano even. But a lot of times I just do them plain like this. Mix that up. Spread them on the cookie sheet. Spread them out evenly. And put these in the oven at 425 degrees for 30 minutes. Once they're done, after 30 minutes, take them out of the oven, leave them cool, put the pan in the freezer again for about 2 hours, and then put the frozen turnips into the bags. You can add the roasted turnips to soups and stews or reheat them in a 350 degree oven until they are warm. The roasted turnips really should be used within about 3 months. The fresh turnips, the first method that we use they'll be good till about a year. And your smashed ones, they're good for about 3 months too. Which is another reason why I prefer the first method, is because they do last longer. Okay, those are the 3 ways that you can freeze turnips. So I hope one of those 3 ways works for you and that you enjoy them. Remember, give turnips a try. I never even tried turnips before until just a couple years ago, and they're really great in the soups and stews and stuff. And you can freeze them, and you get them out of the oven and out of the freezer, throw them straight into the soup. You don't have to thaw them or anything. They work out really nice. So remember, like, share, subscribe. Dream big, follow that dream, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.